Guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you. And friend, welcome to another canvas review. And today, guys, well, before I move forward, if this is the first time that you're watching one of these videos, let me get you up to speed as far as what we're doing here. See, each year we have a canvas shootout. I spend no more than $100. I blind shop all sorts of different canvas companies, and we get a print that's pretty much, it's all the same, or we try to get it as same with everybody. It's a 16 by 24. It's the same print. It has a big nasty logo on the right hand side, which I'll discuss here in a moment. And then what we do is we open it in front of you, so therefore you can see firsthand. If you're going to buy from that company, you know exactly what you're getting. And there's a good reason why we do this. If you go to Google and you search best canvas prints, this is the part that I hear so many horror stories from folks like yourself that go to Google and you're looking for a good quality canvas print. So you go type in best canvas print. And some of the top sites, and these are some reputable sites that have a list of different canvas companies touting which is the best. If you carefully look at these here, you'll notice almost all of these have stock images from the canvas manufacturer. So these companies, they are not even getting a hands-on. So with their basically stating one company is the number one that they're recommending, they haven't even touched those canvas prints. And I don't understand how they can recommend a print that way. So we're doing things a little bit different. We're doing things a little bit more hands-on. I've ordered prints from all these companies, so I physically have handheld. I'm going to crack this open. I'm going to share with you the packaging, the shipping, everything that I like, dislike, and you're going to see it for yourself. You may agree with me, you may not, but at least you can see firsthand what a print, if you order from that company, is going to be like, what that experience is going to be like. All right, guys, Alex from the future, and I'm editing this video that you're watching. I wanted to jump in here and just throw a few logs on top of the fire. This particular print, the review that you're going to watch here in a moment, has reminded me of another. Honestly, guys, you'll find out here in a moment. This print really bothered me for the reason that, I mentioned a moment ago that over the years running Photography Talk, I hear horror stories from people that order prints and they get these just absolute rubbish. And when you go to Google, as I mentioned a moment ago, you type in best canvas prints. One of the companies that shows up on the first page of Google and tells people this is a top quality print is this company right here. Yeah, this is without a doubt the worst canvas print that I've ever got my hands on to. There's just so much carelessness, and as you'll find out here in a moment, there's staples hanging out over the top of this. It's just a bad quality print. I am appalled that this was on the homepage listed as a top quality print. And so one of the things that I really want to stress here is when you're going out there and buying a canvas print, and we're going to have more on this topic here in the future, I promise you that much. But when you're going out there to buy a canvas print, don't take, on the homepage of Google, there's quite a handful of companies out there that are utilizing, these are respected sites, that are utilizing their clout to share, basically because they have affiliate links with these canvas companies, but they've never touched any of the prints. Had they actually received prints and actually done a fair comparison to one another, there's no way that they would rank these prints in the way that they do. So I would recommend find a third party, whether it's Photography Talk or whoever else out there that has actually gotten their hands on the prints. So therefore you can visually see yourself and confirm, hey, you may agree with the person that is conducting the test, you may not, but at least you can see, if you order a print from that particular company, what you can expect. And this, as you'll find out here in a moment, is far from being a top quality print, which is what, again, they advertise that for. But anyways, guys, I'm editing this and I'm watching my body language in this, and the part that you may pick up through this, I was flabbergasted. I was so frustrated with this print because in the back of my head, I care for your money. I care for how you guys are being treated in the marketplace, and if you're going out there spending your hard-earned money on something that you believe, or because some marketing guy on their website said this was a top quality print, or they're telling that it's a top quality print, or it's a third-party site stating, hey, this is a top quality print, this is the number one canvas print that you can get for your money, that bothers me. because these people didn't get a hands-on, they didn't test these things, and they're just regurgitating these printing companies, marketing in front of you guys. So anyways, with that said, do your homework on the companies that you're going to buy a print from, and I will let you get back to this review. That said, I'm going to crack this thing open here, and we're going to find out. This is from Canvas Discount. So let me grab a knife, and we're going to get on with this here. Okay, packaging, you have a couple of these plastic straps going both ways. I felt something, I'm not holding my breath on this one here, because as I was bringing this up to my studio, just think about it. This is on a FedEx truck, UPS truck. That's your print inside there getting slammed around. I'm not really excited about this right up the get-go. Let's see how we crack this thing open here. Boom. Okay, guys. There is my print right there, and I can tell you, I've spoken about this many times before. From a first impression standpoint, this is, I mean, look at this. The plastic wrap that they have, let's see if you can actually see that, it's actually ripped on the top there. So your print, or in this case, the test print here, is being sloshed around, and that canvas is getting hit up against this cardboard here. So not really, I think that's pretty cheap, to be quite frank. All right, so as I mentioned, you have your print. In this particular case, it's wrapped in this very flimsy, it's like a saran wrap, and it was already torn on the side. So I'm going to crack this open. Okay. I'm soaking this all in here. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. Okay, this is what I was referring to here. This is why you don't want, I just noticed something right off the get-go. This is why you want your print as secure as possible when it's in that box. Now, let's see if you can see that right there. Let's see, come on, get in. So if you can see, the corner of this print is worn. Now that might have just happened from me sloshing around, or it could have happened from FedEx or UPS drop kicking this thing all the way from wherever the heck it came from. So that, and actually both corners on the top are have worn spots here. All right, the canvas, it's not bad. You know, one of the things I'm looking for with a canvas, you want the canvas to be as tight as possible, because what's going to happen is years over this thing hanging on your wall, the canvas is going to slowly start getting a little loose because of pulling away from the canvas, or from the staples rather. So you want this to be as tight as possible. And I'm actually surprised, because this print here, I wasn't really holding my breath when it came in, because it was really super cheap. I think this was like $30 for this thing. And they claim to be the cheapest print out there, which isn't a good thing if you're looking for something of quality. So the canvas is actually pretty surprisingly tight, but here's that logo I was sharing with you about. So each year I put this big nasty logo in the lower corner, and that's there for a reason. As a photographer, as an artist, you may be drop shipping your prints to a client, and I put that there because it's way out of place. It looks awful. And I want to see which companies have some sort of quality control, which companies have somebody that's taking a look and, we better call this person, that doesn't look right. Or we better send them an email and, hey, are you sure you want us to print this? Very few companies actually do something about that or will reach out to you. Very few. This particular case, as you can see, I'll do it this way, this is upside down. You can see the logo is cut off, and it's going to this kind of weird, kind of matrixy side there. Okay, flipping it over on the back side of this here, staple frequency is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, okay. There's 14 staples on the top of this thing here, and this is a good example. You get your money's worth. I'll put a photo above here. So one of the staples is hanging over the front of the top of your print here. So as you can see, and again, if this doesn't show up on camera, I'm just going to take a photo of this and I'll put it here. This is the first time I've seen this here. So one of the staples, the last staple that they put onto the top, is hanging on top of the print. That is the first time. Now, one of the things I did notice here, so obviously there's no bracing, and I'm going to show you why that's important here with this particular print. Again, I like to see, personally myself, I like to see bracing, if going down through the center, if not on the corners. And if you look at, this print is not flush, and what's happening is this canvas, while it is tight, it's pulling back up on the canvas and creating, I mean, over time, this will warp. So that's not a good thing. And I just noticed something here. There's absolutely no mounting hardware for this. So this is what you see is what you get. So I'm guessing you just put a nail and it kind of rides in the center of the frame. Let's look at the corners here. You know, I will give them credit. Well, you know what? No, I take that back. The corners look pretty good, but then again, what I was referring to a moment ago, this corner right here, the canvas is all worn. The blue on the canvas is all worn, which does not, if this was going to a client, this thing would be an embarrassment. Sorry, Canvas Discount. But I wasn't really holding my breath with this one because this company claims to be the cheapest canvas that you can get. And again, think about it. What was the last thing that you got that was solely cheap and it was any good? The canvas is it's a very low quality canvas. I can see some kind of lines going through my blue sky here. The snow has kind of a tintish kind of brown to it. And the image has lost quite a bit of its sharpness. Okay, not really impressed with this one at all. And this is, I mean, it just feels, I mean, you can see I'm able to buckle this thing around. So off the get-go, the corners were marginal. I mean, there's really sloppy canvas work here. I'm really trying to find something that is good. The frames, as you can see, the frame is not even flush with one another. Each piece of wood here is kind of hanging off. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick this up. Let me pull this back so you can see what I'm talking about here. So you can see the woodwork here is really sloppy. The corners are not even mitered tight. The wood's not even flush. It's like a cheap pine. Edges are kind of sharp, so don't let your kids get a hold of this print. Yeah, guys, I am struggling for something good here. Actually, I do have something good. They shipped it blazing fast. This thing came pretty stinking fast. But I can actually see why, because there's absolutely zero quality control and they are just shooting these things out. But now you know. So if you order from a Canvas Discount, you know what to expect. Alright guys, there you go. This has been a unboxing of Canvas Discount, or Discount Canvas. What the hell are these guys called? CanvasDiscount.com. Now, as I stated in the beginning, if you order from this company, you know exactly what you're going to receive. And I just noticed one other thing. The inside of the frame is actually pushing up on the canvas on the inside. You can see a a indent of the line there. Now, as I've said in other videos that we've put together here, each week we're releasing a new one of the canvas companies that we have reviewed. If you want to look at other companies that we've reviewed, go down in the description below. Below this video, you'll see quick links to the other videos that we reviewed. And then at the end, once we've released all these other videos, we're going to push out the video crowning the victor for the 2021 Who is the Best Canvas Print for that year. And friend, that is it. It's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff. If you found some value, if you were entertained with this video, if you're currently not subscribed to the channel, do all that YouTube stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash that bell so therefore you're notified each time that we come out with a new video. That said, my friend, I'm going to be jumping out of my studio. You get out there, stay healthy, and create your best shot.